active listening is always a good thing to do because, you know, you listen to the other person and then you kind of repeat back what they said, and then you know you've got, you know, them engaged and that you're listening. And one of the things I do, like in emails, for example, if I send an email and I have about maybe three chain volleys, I think, well, that's the point. It's not getting across. The message isn't getting understood. It's time to have a meeting. Pick up the phone, call, or walk over and talk to them. You know, I still like doing that because when you talk to somebody in person, you know, like I'm looking at everybody out here, and some of you are really engaged, and some of you are kind of very tired from your day. But you will see that when you go, and you'll know if they're understanding what you're trying to get, the message you're trying to get across, or you'll know if you're understanding what they're trying to communicate, because communication's the number one problem with getting and solving our, you know, problems in industry right now. You know, I'd say, you know, the thing that takes us the longest is just poor miscommunication among the teams. The other thing I try to do is I try to be respectful of those that need to know, you know, and it's that fine line of how many people you put on the email chain because you want to communicate to them versus filling up their inbox, right? So I try to use a rule. If it's something important, I make sure my boss always knows so that, you know, he's filled in and he doesn't get any surprises. That is the worst thing you can do, by the way, is to surprise your boss. I had a supervisor once that was, when I wasn't director of R&D, that his boss went to one of our facilities and was looking at the shop and what was going on. And so one of the engineers came up and said, "Oh, come look what I was doing. This is really cool. And, you know, I've developed this." And as it turned out, so the vice president found out all about it and was all excited. The director didn't know. He didn't know it was even going on. It wasn't being communicated. That was like, you don't do that, you know. So, you know, no surprises. So make sure you communicate well, and it is always a balance.